So here we're going to look at labels in Moodle. It's something that's it's a really useful resource in the Moodle toolkit, but it's really underused. I'm just going to show you how labels work. Essentially, labels are things that allow you to put in a little bit of text, a picture, a link, whatever you like, but in line with the tasks. Now you see here at the moment we've got topic 4, and you've got what would be the header up here, but then you have the tasks below that. So we've got a page, an external link, and a forum. Now if you want to tell students how to work through these tools normally, you would have to put in just instructions up in the header, and they don't really guide them through it as such. It's easier, or it would be more ideal, if you could put the instructions right beside each tool, and you can do that with the label. So if you hit add a resource and click label, then you can add whatever you like in here. So there's one, just one line, so that's quite a simple one. And you can see that's just appeared here. But because it's a label, because it's a resource, you can move it around. So I'll just grab the move button and I'm going to put it above the course page. Now I'm going to create one for our other two. Visit the link, click save. And now I can move that above the Google search as well. Now if I quickly turn off editing, we can see how it would look. Okay, so the formatting's not great here though, because we've got task 1, we've got space, and then we've got the course page, and then task 2 straight away. So that's one of the good things about labels though, is that we can change the formatting a bit and make things read a bit more nicely. So we want more of a space between task 2 and a course page. So if I go in here, you can just hit return and that'll put a line break between them. You can also put in a line break. Now this is using the HTML editor again. And it's this little bit of code which you'll find on the little bits of code section of the course, so you can copy it from there, but it's quite an easy one. It just starts, it's HR, so it stands for horizontal rule, and actually you can take that out, it works just fine without that. And then if I click update, it puts a horizontal line right across, and I can still put space in as well. There we go. And if I now, I'm just going to make that into a header as well. There we go. Now we've got a line separating it above, and actually that line below the header is just because it's a header 2 and they come with lines below them anyway. But that separates it out a little bit more, and it basically makes your sort of list of tasks a bit more clean and a bit more obvious what you're doing. You can give the instructions to the students. I'll just show you the power of labels though. So we'll create another label for the last task here. So I'm going to create a line. In this one, I'm going to add in two things. I'm going to add in an icon just to add with, just to increase the comprehension and the readability of the text, because we're going to make it a task which is a discussion. And quite often for these type of tasks, you'll want to put in an icon that represents discussions, so that whenever the students see that icon, they'll always know that that's a discussion they've got to take part in. So I'm going to add an icon in here, but I'm also going to add a link in the label, which is quite easy, and it's a good way to add links in line to your bits of text rather than having to add the external URLs through the tool that Moodle provides. You can add them in this way quite easily. So here we're going to discuss this resource. Go to the forum below. And all I do is select the text that I want to link to, hit the link button here, and then type in the URL. This is just an example. If it's an external one you want to put open in a new window, insert. Okay, so that's that linking out now. Now what I want to do is insert an icon. So I just pressed the image icon there. First, actually, let's just go back. You want to put the cursor where you want to put the icon, obviously. So I want to put the icon to the left of this text. So I'm putting the cursor there first. Find or upload an image. So I'm going to upload it from my computer, just like you would. Choose a file. Let's say the discussions are speech bubble. There's a good icon for a discussion. Always put in your description. I'm going to align it left so that it's to the left of that text, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller because 64 is a bit too big, and I'm going to give it some horizontal space, 10 pixels. So it's just a little bit of space between the picture and the text. And there you go. So now if I go down and click save and return to course, you'll see that we've got our bit of text, task 3 down in discussion, and then we've got here we're going to discuss. We've got the icon in there, and we've got our link. So that link is active within the label. And I can now move the forum below that. And you know what? I don't like the fact that it's right up against the one above, so I'm just going to go in and edit that. I'm going to put in a space. There we go. Blank line, just to space things out. Perfect. So now if I turn off the editing, come down and have a look at it, and you can see how we've got task 3 join the discussion, a little bit of text with a link in it and an icon, and then we've got the actual activity below that. Perfect.